Welcome to today's tutorial, the second video in our series. Today we will explore an injection vulnerability exploit and learn how to gain privileged access to the root user. We will use a Kali Linux machine and a target machine, both running on VMware, and we have connected the Kali Linux machine via SSH. First we will use the net discover command to find the target machine IP address on the network. As you can see, the host name of and the MAC vendor indicate it's a VMware machine. So this could be our target. Let's confirm and start testing by running the nmap scan. In this scan, -sc stand for default script, -sv checks for service version, -a provides additional information like OS details. Here we can see port 22 running SSH service, port 80 running Apache HTTPD, port 111 running RPC bind, port 443 running HTTPS service, and port 631 running IPP service, and OS details like Linux 2.6.x. Also, we got to know from the port 80 that the Linux flavor is CentOS. So let's first check what is running on the port 80. We will open our browser and navigate to it. We see a login screen. Let's try enter a random username and password like admin to see how the server responds. There is no immediate response, so let's capture the request using Burp Suite. Open the Burp Suite, use the Burp browser, enter the username and password, and turn on the intercept. Now that we have captured the request, we will send it to the intruder and set the payload. We will copy the payload from the GitHub. I will provide the link in the description. Paste it into the Burp Suite and start the attack. We will wait a few seconds for the attack to finish. Here we see some response code like 860 and 779. Let's check what the 779 response code looks like. It seems to contain a message about pinging a machine on the network, which suggests the injection was successful. Let's copy one of the payload and try it in the browser. We successfully access the web console and can ping a machine. Let's try to ping 127.0.0.1 and submit it. We see the ping response. Now let's check for the improper input validation by entering some Linux command to see if we can check the access to the etc passwd folder. The command didn't execute as expected, but our input is displayed on the screen. Let's try combining the localhost IP and the cat etc passwd command and check the response. we successfully retrieved data from the etc passwd folder. This means we can combine other command with the ping command to get the responses. Next, let's try to attempt a reverse shell. We will open a listener on our Kali Linux machine and run a command in the browser to get the reverse connection to our Kali machine. We have now opened the listener on our Kali Linux machine with the port 444. And here we will run our command to get the reverse shell on the Kali Linux machine. We successfully got a reverse shell on the Kali Linux machine with the Apache user. We can check this with the whoami command. So here we can see we have Apache user access. Let's check the kernel and the OS detail. Now, as we know the Linux kernel version and that it's running CentOS, we can check for the known vulnerabilities. We will do this by running the command search exploit Linux kernel CentOS, which will show us all the known vulnerabilities. We can see one of the vulnerability related to local privilege escalation. Let's locate the file and copy it to a folder and start a simple HTTP server on our Kali Linux machine from that folder. Now we can see our server is active and running on port 8000. We will then go to our temp folder in the target machine and we will download the payload to our temp folder with the wget command. Now that we have the payload on our target machine, we will build it using the gcc command and run the exploit. After running the exploit, we have successfully gained root access. We can check it by typing whoami command. Here we can see we are now a root user. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share and subscribe.